Well, welcome. We are here at the Media Tent for the 5th time today, the 13th time this weekend, the last time for the Boston Calling Music Festival. Some wise men once said there ain't no rest for the wicked, and they're with me here today. Brad and Nick from Cage the Elephant. Guys, how are you doing today?
Good. Actually rested pretty good last night.
You
did. Maybe I'm not as wicked as I thought.
Not as wicked as you thought. It's such a Boston word, though. Everyone's wicked when they're in Boston. What's the sort of the secret to sleeping on tour? Some people can do it, some people can't.
The secret is having a good driver.
A good driver?
Beer.
A beer?
Sometimes
not together, not a good driver with a beer, separate things.
Yes.
Separate
Us
things.
having a beer and having a good driver that doesn't have beers.
That's what we like to hear. So one of the things I've been asking people a lot this festival is to recall their first festival experience. It's Boston Calling. It's the first time they've been at this site. So you guys remember either the first festival you played or the first festival that you attended?
What was the first festival that you played, Nick?
All Good Music Festival in Virginia.
All Good. Was it good?
It was really fun.
Okay, good.
The first music festival that I ever played and that our band ever played was a festival called South Park Music Festival, and it was literally in the mountains of Colorado, and it was only like 60 degrees or 65 degrees outside, but because we were at such a high elevation, we got the worst sunburn I've ever had in my whole entire life. Ooh. And I literally, you would have thought that I was like in the Bahamas for a week or something.
Exactly. Just at the All Good Music Festival in Virginia, a very self-fulfilling prophecy for a music festival to be named All Good. You know,
what if it was all bad? It was like
all bad. Is it still in existence? Because if it was all bad, then All Good is probably no longer.
Yeah.
So you guys have been touring this record, Tell Me I'm Pretty, an amazing album. It's been keeping you guys going for quite some time. How's your perception of the record sort of changed as you've been taking it out on the road and playing it for a couple years now?
I don't know. I think you know little tiny nuances change as far as live aspects, but I kind of like to look at records as a snapshot of where we were at that point in time, because I got into a phase of overanalyzing every move previous moves that we made on records, and then the past two records we just kind of dropped that kind of thinking and really kind of appreciate it as if it was a painting. You know, you're not going to go back and put a painting out and then go to someone's house and change it constantly. So I'm definitely ready to move in another direction from that record. We do always want to keep it fresh. Yeah, I guess, does that answer?
It totally does. Any answer is a good answer. Now, speaking of keeping things fresh, I heard you guys have this new sort of live record coming out that's pretty cool, like the orchestra and the chorus and all that.
Yeah, we just did. It's like a full band unplugged acoustic, and we had a string section with us, and it's kind of what you just said. It's kind of cool to see some of these songs have a life a couple of years later, because now we're doing them in this way too, and it's like a new take on it.
Yeah.
And I can't wait till everyone hears it.
Reimagining stuff in that sense, I guess. Kind of stripping things back and creating that whole different vibe. It was really nostalgic for us, honestly, to play those shows. It's crazy. Kind of brought me. I felt like I was in my 20s, and then my late 20s, my early 30s.
As things go rolling along, and stuff from all 4 albums, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, we have 20 songs, and Nick did the full string arrangement. So,
bravo, kudos.
Yeah.
Gracias.
I know.
He's the only one of us that actually knows music.
It was a fun challenge. Brad just asked me one day. He's like, "Hey, could you write for strings?" And I was like, Yeah.
Why the hell not? Yeah, exactly. No, and it's sort of interesting. I'm glad to hear stuff from all 4 albums, because I feel you guys get told this all the time. All 4 records sound different, too. So it's sort of nice, which is kind of an asinine comment, because they're 4 different records. They should sound different.
I mean, that's just the way our band kind of wants to do. We kind of want to make people that made assumptions about our band on every record kind of throw something new in their face.
Yeah. And you guys do a damn good job of it, that's for sure. So again, I love the name of this. Tell Me I'm Pretty, great name for an album. What is the nicest compliment you've been given? Because tell me, someone calls you pretty, that's a pretty damn good one.
Man, nicest compliment. The nicest compliment, I'll go serious on this one, is when my daughter is complimented about something about her, they compliment me because of my daughter. So
Aww.
that's the nicest one. I'll have to go cheesy with it, but it's the truth. It feels the best.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it a lot. Now, again, a great album, but if you guys could take one album, make it your own, cover an album, what album do you think you might want to do that with? Put the Cage the Elephant touch on it.
What would you do?
Covering an album?
Yeah, the whole album.
Whoa.
Oh man, I'd set my sights too high and then fail epically probably. I'd be like, yeah,
Rubber Soul.
Yeah, I'd be like, let's
Rubber
do
Soul,
the White
yeah.
Album.
You know what? People say the White Album every time, and I go, I think that's been done pretty well. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'd set my sight. Let's go for something that might be kind of weird. You know what? I'd like to do a Kanye record.
Oh yeah,
Cover a Kanye record and just do it totally different.
nice. I could see that. I could see that going well.
But you know.
That's hard. I don't know. Like the Beatles.
Beatles, Kanye.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Maybe Let It Be mashed with Jesus Walks. I hear it already.
Oh man, Danger Mouse did the Gray album, which was the White Album and the Black Album mix.
Oh, that could be really cool.
Jay-Z's Black Album. It's
awesome.
awesome.
You know, there's a SoundCloud thing, Death Cab for Jesus, where it's Death Cab and Kanye remixed together, and it is incredible.
I like mashups. Like if they're done really well, there's a really good one of Imagine and Jump.
Oh,
by
Van Halen.
Van Halen, and it makes his vocals. I mean, it makes it such like not a party song. It ends up being like this depressing like.
Yeah, it's like might as well jump under like
might as
the
well
Imagine
jump.
chords.
And it's like, oh God, is this? This song just took a dark turn.
Well, you know, definitely something to check out for sure. And then another hypothetical, if you guys were to make a supergroup, who's playing what?
Supergroup?
A supergroup. Like, you can assemble a band.
I'd have to go with. I'd have to get just different members from different bands and like it'd have to be just a huge group of people because I would do all young kids. Like I do people in Twin Peaks, some kids in Twin Peaks. I really love those kids. I do the two kids in Lemon Twigs, have them in it because I think Kevin Parker.
Heck yeah.
Oh man,
Flea. Get Flea on a track.
Get Flea on a track.
Flea.
Get some of our homies in Portugal the Man.
Yeah, all of our friends. It's going to be a 40-piece band.
40-piece band.
Exactly.
It'll
The
be
next
like
live
rock and roll polyphonic spree.
Sweet, sweet. Well, you guys do a ton of these interviews as a journalist. I'm very grateful. What do you wish that we talked to you about more often? Because I'm sure these must get monotonous after a little while.
I think you're doing a great job.
Doing great.
This one was a good one.
Yeah.
Is there any questions you guys have for each other? A question that you have for me? I don't want to pepper questions.
What do you think about? What's your favorite thing about your new jacket? It's a pink.
The shininess.
1983, police crew jacket. So.
Jim. I wonder what Jim did.
Long live Jim.
And why did he have such sour feelings that he took?
He just like forget this jacket this whole time in my life.
I was like, screw this.
The elusive fourth member of the police, Jim.
We're gonna
Yeah.
our next that's gonna
Jim
be our
was the
next
tambourine
song. We're gonna
player,
write
he just like-
the story of Jim.
Jim always resented them.
Sting killed Jim. We'll put it out there right now. Yeah, exactly.
That's why they broke up.
That's why they broke up. Yeah, exactly. Well, I know you guys have a set to play. Who are you guys listening to right now? Who has your ear?
A lot of those bands that I just said, Twin Peaks, Lemon Twigs, a band called Whitney, a band called Post Animal, Angel Olsen, really love what she's doing. The New Portugal the Man song.
New Portugal the Man stuff.
Love it.
Awesome. Well, I could not think of a better way to wrap up our Boston Calling Music Festival coverage than with the guys from Cage the Elephant.
Oh, man. Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
guys
us.
so much. Really an
Thank you
honor.
so much for having us.
Thank you.